Oh my gosh, I just made everybody sick.
Patriotic people here at Fantasy Con. Where are you guys from again?
Canada.
Yes. I love America.
And we love you.
We love you too.
So once again, we have Paul, we have Chris, Rachel, Ksenia, and KC. Hey, welcome back, guys. You look awesome. I'm sorry to take away from all the guests out there who wants to talk to you, but we have a few questions. Yeah, this is part 2, by the way. Are you guys coming back tomorrow? Because there's a third one.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You guys coming back
yeah.
tomorrow?
What?
You're coming back tomorrow for
Yes.
more? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you think so?
We have another
I
surprise.
won't be coming back. Here, we'll be back.
I want to apologize. That wasn't quite fair to bring one drink. Do you guys have a request for tomorrow? I'll be your gopher.
High West whiskey, please. I'd like a bottle of High West whiskey because Rachel Scarsden broke the one I bought.
I did not break. It was unintentional. He put it in the trunk. He didn't wrap it in anything. I like to drive quickly. He knew this because I drove just as fast the day before, and balls are clanking around in the back.
Now I have a rental that smells of bourbon.
It's a pleasant ride, actually. Are you still driving the convertible?
Yeah, definitely now it smells of whiskey.
If you want to explain the nickname again, Dracula, I mean, is that, where did that come from?
Because he dresses like Dracula.
Yeah, and kind
Like
of
he
gives off that
This is
vibe.
the most color Paul's worn in like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's only because I forced him.
Basically, because I drove from LA to Salt Lake City, I was a bit like an ant under a magnifying glass in the convertible, so I was a little burnt for my little Welsh pale skin, so I was wearing a lot of black when we got here. I was wearing a hood and everything, and I basically looked like Dracula. And then usually most people get my surname wrong, so usually it's either a moose or a moose.
Well, they asked the radio station, how do you say your name?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he says it in moose. I
So-
was calling him a moose.
So it's really a moose.
Yeah, so every radio interview we did, I was introduced as Dracula a moose.
He changed his Twitter handle.
And the legend was born.
Yeah.
And he will be with us soon.
Dracula Moose is going to make an appearance tomorrow.
Rachel, I think we could call you Squirrel, so you guys could be Squirrel and a moose. To make that happen. I think it fits.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, welcome. So today we're talking about relationships with Lost Girl, which apparently there are a lot of. Right? It's kind of the theme with the show. And we didn't get to every question yesterday, so we're going to dedicate this to you guys for the most part. So if you guys have questions, did we make any room next to you guys? I'm probably just going to jump down there with the mic so we can all do questions. Are you guys cool with that? Okay.
Yeah.
But first, I have Twitter questions. So, which are always interesting.
Before we do that, I
Yeah.
have to tell my panel, kids are present. Children are present. Yes.
Where are they? Leave now. It's going to get.
Sounds good. You should have
I don't think we have much to talk about, mate.
There's 2 more days of this. We better find stuff to talk about. Yeah, I think we will. So this first one is for Chris. It could also be for Rachel as well. It's from @Maverick_Tom07.
Yay!
There we go, right? So what was your reaction to the Dyson Tamsin hookup? And do you guys think you have a future?
Just crushed his
I
ego.
think it was, this could be best summed up in,
It's
I
like
could
literally
make each
just,
other's noses.
I just sat there straddling Chris and we just literally licked each other's noses. Well, because when you do, like the kiss we had in the 3rd season, we didn't really know each other at that point. So it's very different. But then when you form a relationship, especially one like you and I have, that's like just sort of brother sister pranking each other. then to have that sort of passionate, sensual kiss, and we just laughed. We just kept laughing.
I just played really drunk in the scene and let her have her way with it. She did great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just kind of, I mean, it was, the whole thing about the Tamsin and Dyson storyline was originally they were going to do something with it, but then they were banking on a 22 episode season that year. And then when the season got shortened by 9 episodes, they were like, oh, what do we do? And so they kind of just summed it all up in that one drunken little night.
Yeah. And you guys will get the opportunity to see how our relationship evolves in the next season, which I think you will find interesting. And it's
For example,
Good try. Good try.
all right. So I have another question. So I guess this is to all of you. This is pretty general though, but who should Bo end up with in the end? Are you guys too nice? Who's team Dyson out here? All right. What about Documus?
Yeah, let's see
Team
hands.
Laura.
Let's see hands. All right, who's for Dyson?
All right.
Who's for Lauren?
For Bo.
Who's for Vex?
Who's for Kenzie?
Yeah.
Who's for Hale?
It's up in the air. We don't know.
And who's for the Valkyries?
Yeah.
We're all for Bo.
And who's for the as yet uncast super person that is multi-sectional? Bo needs more than all of us, or she needs us all combined. I think we need like, you know, we used to talk about the triangle. I think it's more like she needs the quadrangle. She needs a hexagon relationship.
Octagon.
Polyamorous.
Some interesting geometric shit.
I think she's just gonna end up with some weird Japanese tentacle point creature.
Holy Slurpee.
Lauren who? Dyson who?
The donkey.
Who got the bear?
And an impersonation, by the
Yeah,
way.
Paul, you can try.
Imagine gay
No,
British.
just try.
See, this is what happens.
3.2%! I'm just not used to it, kind of.
Watch the Phineas.
I know.
Paul, a lot of people are really concerned about your love life on the show. You know, they want to see Vex explored a little more. Maybe the softer side. What do you think? Is it going to happen?
Is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think a lot of people like to see you in like a relationship where you're whipped. You know, where not really whipped, not literally. No, I was actually literally whipped in season 2. In real life. It was in real life. We did that scene where the dominatrix lady was whipping me, and usually, you know, you rehearse that and they give you something to protect you and back or whatever. And we were doing it, and the poor, she was a lovely actress, and she came up, and I was like, no, you really, sorry, I'm sorry. You really go for that. I was like, just do it, because I think that'll make the scene way better. So of course, she really went for it. And the thing about the whip is it just bends right round. And it bent round the back of the thing that was protecting my back, and the actual tip of it caught me right across there. And I was just like, ah! And the director was like, that was amazing. I was like, look! Like a welt right across there.
Oh my God, this is shaking. I'm laughing so much.
So yeah, no, I've been whipped. I think everyone will be satisfied. Right? And sorry for that. All right, so let's go with Chris and Ksenia. What's the deal with the relationship on the show for you guys? I mean, you guys have a brother and sister thing, but at times it's looked like a little bit more. Season 5, will there be any?
I don't know, Chris and Marie, why don't you answer that?
Because there's some sparks, but most people explain it like a sibling thing. Would you guys agree? Or is it...
Okay, well, let's put it to the audience. What do you think? Should Kenzie and Dyson be together at some alternate universe or something?
No. No.
Kenzie and Tails.
No.
It's weird.
Yes.
Well, we had that scene when Bo was missing and our memories were missing. We got different reactions to that. Some people were like, "Yeah, we've been wanting this to happen," and other people were like, "No, definitely not." So it was a mixed reaction.
I think a lot of it kind of came from also our exec and our writer of that season. They used to look a lot on the forums, and a lot of the forums are talking about it, so they thought they'd give them a little taste of it. And they thought in this, the memory, the flashback, or whatever you want to call it, would be a good opportunity. But I mean, I don't know, yeah. Dyson and Kenzie have just been like, they've always had each other's backs, and there's definitely a lot of love there. But,
Brother, sister.
yeah.
Brother, sister.
That's like the danger of reading the forums too much.
Yeah.
Writers,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
I think it's something that must be really difficult for a lot of writers right now with social media because, I mean, you're looking at your projects and you're looking at these social forums and they are your fans and their demographics and they do want certain things. And the temptation is sometimes maybe to give them what they want, but what audiences want aren't necessarily what they want.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes I've fallen into that once or twice. But it's all new, so it must be difficult for the showrunners, writers, execs, and networks. They must be, no, the fans want that, they've got to give it to them. But you don't really want what you want. You don't, honest, like, you need to be challenged in ways that you don't realize that you're being challenged by the writers. That's what I think, anyway. That's my 2 cents. I shouldn't be serious anymore, nobody buys it.
Okay, we're going to open it up to you guys. So are you guys ready? Yeah, questions? Okay, so come down here. I'm going to jump down toward the mic and we'll just do one at a time, obviously. So let's line up. Oh, wow.
Rex. Rex came all the way to England to say hi to Paul and I.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Paul and Chris have already answered this question, so this was for the other 3 of you. What do you sing in the shower? Just, you know,
Rachel's
come
face.
along. What is it you sing?
I'm sorry, what happened?
What do you sing in the shower? All 3 of you.
Aretha Franklin, respect.
What, can we hear a sample? I mean...
Oh, that's too good.
Casey, are you going to answer?
Yeah, I gotta leave up.
I'm serious about the
Well, I mean, you guys already know what I say in the shower, right? You haven't heard any of our other panels?
Yeah.
You haven't heard? No. When I move, you move, just like that. You guys never heard from Anna Silk, huh? All right, well, that's how Anna Silk and I met. For the first time.
In the shower.
And then she got married. No, but yeah, that's what I say. Ludicrous. When I move, you move.
Okay, next.
I always have a song in my head, but I like all different kinds of music and sort of will go through phases of binging on different sorts of music. Lately, it's been a bit of country. But,
Yes.
I mean, you sound great in the shower. So it's like
Fantastic in the shower.
Yeah. We used to sing in college. There was hallways that had similar acoustics to hallways, so we'd sing like Ave Maria, like as we walked down the stairs. Because you sound so great.
So nothing particular, like this week, that you caught yourself singing in the car?
I mean, I was like just belting it out to those beats and
What? Do you win in the shower with me this morning?
what are you talking
You guys bought your singlets at the same place. I'm sure you were...
Okay, well, since she doesn't have an actual answer.
They drove together.
Chris and Paul.
Whiskey involved.
What song would you say is your theme song?
Oh, good one.
Personally or as a character?
Personally.
What was the song? I want to be with people. That was what I said. I suck my shower.
This was your personal
This is my personal theme.
This is big.
This is like.
This is push name number
I had no idea this was going to cause this much trouble.
Hold on.
I'm gonna take this one a little
You can think
seriously.
about it and come back to me later.
Yeah.
I don't really do favorites. I like too many different songs. I'll have to get back to it. There's one brewing somewhere in my subconscious, and as it comes up, I'll just spontaneously burst out into a really that's the song.
It was, I think, White Snake's Here I Go Again on my own. Because when I first got a Walkman when I was younger, it was a Philips one with a graphic equalizer on the front too. And the first tape I bought was a White Snake.
A fancy Walkman?
It was a fancy. And of that song I used to repeat over and over and over again. And it was only just recently I was in the car with Kruger and he was driving, and he loves that song and he keeps playing it over and over again. So
Where's one of the drivers on Lost Girl?
yeah, Kruger Maniac. He drives really quickly.
I watched an episode the other night where, Chris, you were dancing to Hungry Like the Wolf. You know, it's just, you could do that if you want. I'm sure people wouldn't mind if you wanted to do that dance.
Bring more beer to
Hi, I was wondering if you as actors could give your character one piece of advice, what it would be.
Sorry, what was that?
If you could give your character one piece of advice, what would it be?
Good question.
That's my favorite question.
That is good.
Wow.
Are we stumping you guys today?
No, it's just a great question. It's like being in drama school. It's like actually asking serious questions.
Lighten up.
Think before you speak.
Use your hands less. Or more for that matter.
Sorry, yeah, I don't think we're
Yeah, come on, show somebody that was funny. Go well.
You had to be there. Down there. Is it up? Oh,
Yeah.
that's Rachel.
No, I said thank you for you speaking.
You say your advice.
I think I tell Kenzie not to worry, that she'll find her place.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this question is for Ksenia and Casey. Please tell me that you won't be coming back to season 5. You two are my favorite characters right now, and we were just getting into your relationship, and we really need to see more of that. So please.
Yes.
Don't turn your back on Massimo.
What would you like to see from their characters?
Season 5.
He just proposed to her.
Yeah.
And then I cried the whole 2 of those episodes, so I
Everybody
was
did.
falling so much I didn't really pay attention to the rest of it. I think we need to see both of you come back. And I'm sure they can do it with Lost Girl, they do it with everything else. And I know Ksenia at least might be able to come back, but I'm not sure how they would be bringing Kale back.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to tell you guys, but I think it goes back to, Paul said, you don't really know what you think you are. So I
Right.
don't think you really want to know until you watch season 5. I think you want that surprise
So there
element.
is a possible chance that we
That's not what we're saying. They're not saying anything.
Are you going to start waterboarding him next? That's just going to be torture.
I take bribes.
How did you guys react when you read the scripts? When you learned about your fate, how did you guys react when reading that?
I mean, we knew it was coming. It's not, it's not like we didn't know. So, but finally seeing it on paper and then being there on the day and acting it all out, it was really emotional. emotional for everybody involved. It felt so deep, like deeper than really anything that we'd ever done. So I think we'll always cherish that, that episode, and it was a real bonding experience. And it's like, you've been working with someone for almost 5 years or whatever. You don't think anything else can really bond you. We've all seen each other at our worst. We've been through everything, and at this point it feels like. But that episode, I think, brought everybody closer together.
Hi. I would like to know if you could pick any person, doesn't have to be an actor, could be a family member, friend, to guest star on the show with you, what would their relationship be to your character, and why would you choose that person?
Wow. I've always said Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy. My girl would be my sister, because I was a huge Buffy fan. So that'd be my choice.
Isn't Charisma Carpenter going to be on this season? That's what I've heard.
She was going to be
Okay,
on,
all
she
right.
was, and then it was actually pretty unfortunate because when the days that we were supposed to be filming, she got really, really sick. And so we had to recast the part and last minute and everything, but she was lovely.
Yeah. You got a follow-up?
Well, I was just
Yeah,
wondering,
from
I'd
everyone.
like one for...
I would choose Sally Richardson.
And what relationship to your character? How would you want to interact
My
with
mother, she'd be my mother. I like her. Yeah.
I want Adam Driver from Girls to come in and be Kenzie's like crazy older brother. That'd be cool. Or like a fae that she has to deal with. I think he's a really cool actor.
There was a cool piece of fan fiction written by Susan Metaxas, right, sitting right there, that kind of went into the shifter world a bit, and there was a really cool character, Dyson's godmother, and she was the head of the entire shifter hierarchy. She was a very powerful creature in the Fae world, and I would love to explore that storyline with Sigourney Weaver, who is, in my opinion, the best action hero, man or woman ever.
Yeah, I like that.
Great, Sigourney, if you listen, let's get on the hospital.
I mean, if I had any family that existed, but they don't because all the members have been killed, I would love for Gary Oldman to be my dad. Like a real, back to his London roots of all the stuff that got me into acting that I loved, about film, that Gary, that I used to cherish him as an actor, and he would make sorry, I'm going to swear again, awesome father.
I think Gary Busey would be more here.
Is it just because of the teeth?
Jesus. Sorry, it hurts all night. As for me, I'm going to hell. Me and my big teeth.
And Rachel, how would Sarah Michelle Gellar, what would she be as far as if she was a guest on the show?
Just amazing. My sister, I guess, the sister of Valkyrie.
Sister Valkyrie. Yeah. She would make it good. Thank you.
Okay, so the thing I love most about Lost Girl is all the fantastical creatures. So if you could be any type of fae other than the one that you already are, what would you be?
All the others are crap, I just don't even want to be. I just wouldn't have done the show otherwise.
I'd be next too, by the way.
Everyone would be.
It's cool. Right?
Yeah.
I also must admit, I like being a shifter. It's pretty good, but I don't know, I have a fantastical creature in my head that I've always wanted to be. I don't know if that qualifies as space.
Totally qualifies.
Yeah. It's like a mix between like Colossus and from X-Men and I guess Cable, who's also organic steel, control steel, and molecular level.
I always say Vex, but I think I'd love to be a wolf. It'd be cool to get to growl
I've always been always
She did it
jealous.
so well.
I'm not the one drinking beer here, so.
Tomorrow's panel, right?
Tequila.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I was just gonna wait for you guys. Like, another time thing.
I don't know if this qualifies as a thing, but I don't even have a name for it, actually. I can see it. But I don't know if I know how to describe it. It's, I always wanted to kind of be something that can dissolve. Anyone put pieces together for me?
And then-
but liquid. But not like liquid metal or anything. More like liquid. Like I follow like
This is an awkward situation, and I just need to dissolve, and then over there.
There was one.
Not like
There
TT.
was a water one,
And then we're coming.
and it would come back up.
Who?
Waterman.
Waterman.
There you go. I
Yeah.
want to be a water nymph.
Right. He wants to be with a waterman.
I like that. That's what I've always wanted to be.
I guess I'd be, I don't know about a fake character on the show, but I also thought it'd be cool to be able to breathe underwater. I love that movie Waterman, or what was it? Not Aquaman. It was that really bad Mel Gibson one.
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
I went and saw that like 3 times in the theaters when I was little. I did. I think I was the only person who saw it in theaters. Or I'd like to be invisible. I think we could be invisible.
She's such a voyeur.
Hey, would you guys be light or dark fan with your